So here we have theorem 512. It's called the triangle inequality theorem. And it says the sum of the lengths of any two sides of a triangle is greater than the lengths of the third side. What that means is kind of illustrated above. For three segments to form a triangle, their lengths must be related in a certain way. Notice that only one of the sets of segments below can form a triangle. The sum of the smallest two lengths must be greater than the greatest length. So here we have 3 plus 3 is bigger than 5. That can make a triangle. Here 6 is the greatest length, and the other two sides are 2 and 2. Well, there's no way, if those were anchored at the ends of that 6 centimeter line, that they would be able to reach each other. They're not long enough, and so that cannot make a triangle. And that is, in essence, what the triangle inequality theorem is saying, is that if you add these two up, it has to be more than the longest side. Now, it's also true that if you add 2 and 6, it's going to be greater than 2. Or sorry, let's use the one that actually makes a triangle. If you add 3 and 5, it's going to be greater than 3. And if you add this 3 and this 5, it's going to be greater than that 3. So any two sides will be greater than the third side. And that's what these three equations are showing. They're showing that if you add up red plus blue, it's greater than purple. If you add up purple plus red, it's greater than blue. And if you add up blue plus purple, it's greater than red. So now that we know that some lengths will not be able to make a triangle. The two shorter lengths have to add up to more than the longer length. That's the easiest way to check. So the question here is, can a triangle have sides with the given lengths? And explain. So for A, I would check the two shorter sides, 3 and 7. Are they greater than 8? Now, okay. 3 plus 7 equals 10, and 10 is greater than 8. They can make a triangle. Here the shorter sides are 5, 10, and the longest side is 15. So we need to check if 5 plus 10 is greater than 15. It equals 15. 15 is not greater than 15. This is false. So no triangle can be made. Now, a mistake that I often see is we've done two examples where you had the shorter side, and the longer side. And a mistake that I often see is people just assume it's always going to go in ascending order, and it's not, right? It would be very common that if I put on the test something like 3, 8, well, here, let's do this one. 5, if I did 5, 15, and then I put 10 at the end, I guarantee somebody would look at it too quickly and go 5 plus 15 is 20, that's greater than 10, and say that this can make a triangle, and they would get it wrong because they were assuming that the hypotenuse would always be the last number, and it's not. So that's where we're just checking how closely are you paying attention. Are you really thinking about what you're saying? Be careful with that. All right. Here, oh, look at that. They still have the hypotenuse at the last one. That's not necessarily going to be on the that way on the test. So be careful with that. But go ahead and try these. Can these side lengths make triangles? And then I think we have one more thing we're going to look at, and then we'll have some practice problems. All right, good luck.